Gets things running. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Hugo Lloris. His lightning fast reactions and all-round shot-stopping ability make him a formidable obstacle for opposition strikers. And you'd always back him, Peter, in a one-on-one. He doesn't just stick to his penalty area, though. He dominates the entire defensive third, sweeping up behind his defence and getting them shifting forward once more.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Hit long and direct. Kane, great tackle, he had to get that right. Conte. Kovacic passes it through. That intervention was very necessary. Højbjerg. Aimed long and direct. Now he's wondering who wants it. He's gone away. Tries a through ball. Lamela goes up and over. Takes aim with a cross. And he's cut it out. Kane, it's anyone's ball. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Højbjerg. Now the pass. Shoots! He scored!
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Tottenham take the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
That's one way of trying to make things happen. There's a few who could follow that example. Looks to slip it through. Looking for a decent ball in. Has a hit! It's there!
Unbelievable. Now listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. 5 minutes.
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or
Six to shoot! Goal!
And that has only enhanced his already huge reputation. They were obviously hoping for an early second half boost, but there are a few who can truly make it happen, and this is a very welcome tonic now.
Kane versus the keeper, and only one winner.
Yeah, he always had the measure of the keeper, and there was very little doubt as to how this was going to end up.
Tottenham get themselves into the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Lamela. And the weighted pass.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
And it's Havertz. Oh, well defended. That had to be done.
Chelsea are definitely going about this the right way.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Back into the middle. Up for a header! Oh, that's caused a worry or two.
Kane certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Oh, he really wanted that.
Yeah, and you can feel and hear how the crowd are reacting to all of this.
Conte. Son Heung-min! He's got away with one there.
Son Heung-min certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Tottenham, just though they're about to make a change. Kante is now the subject of some adhesive marking.
Yeah, and getting on the score sheet has clearly made him a marked man now.
Kane. It's Kane! Classic Kane brilliance! 2 up and threatening to pull clear.
Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
He's made it 3. Quite a day at the office for him.
And this has been an immense contribution from one player. He's been just about unplayable. The irresistible force today.
The changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, it was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Tottenham take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win. Davis. And it's Kane. Now it's Kane. Out to the left it goes. Looks like a good ball through. Davis plays it backwards, and they'll try again. Thiago Silva needs to get it forward quickly. Werner goes looking. Dembele. Dali. So that's it. It is all over. Chelsea beaten here. They might well feel aggrieved, but the result is everything. You look back on the game then, Jim.
Chelsea just may have felt a little extra pressure in front of their own fans that caused a nervousness and tension.